Hey there everybody, welcome back to another video, and today is a kind of a special day for people that bought Sega's last console. 20 years ago today, the Dreamcast was released in the United States, September 9th, 1999. I remember that day very well. I remember working third shift and getting off at 7 o'clock and heading over to my EB games and standing in line and pretty excited about that, reading about Soul Calibur, and I think I got Soul Calibur and, if I'm not mistaken, Mortal Kombat Gold, because I was a big Mortal Kombat fan at the time. But just wanted to make a short little video saying happy birthday, happy US birthday to the Sega Dreamcast. Again, Sega's last console, unfortunately. But yeah, this is the very console I picked up back in the day. I can tell it's got a little, little mark here where something fell on it a couple years later, but still works, still runs like a champ. Need to play more games for it, obviously, but yeah, this is the box for it. This is the Dreamcast box. Some of the games for it, I love the Dreamcast library. I think the Dreamcast had some of the best games come out for it. Sega pumped out, and a lot of third parties. I'm really impressed. The more I look back on it, the more I really enjoy a lot of their games. I was into Marvel vs. Capcom too, fighting games at the time, and 1 and 2 were awesome. Soul Calibur, again, I mentioned that one, was just totally awesome. And of course, Dreamcast was the first, I think it's the first system I went online with. I might have got online with a Sega Saturn with the NetLink before that. I might have tried it, but I might have just did some web browsing. But I know the Dreamcast, I did some online gaming with that. I remember playing NFL 2K, the very original, and it was okay. I mean, I noticed some lag in it. Of course, it was dial-up. It's 56K modem, you know. So I tried that out. Yeah, it was all right. But Phantasy Star Online, now that was a game I spent a ton of hours playing. I love that game. I still love it to this day. And if, you know, I'm sure if I sat down and did some research, I could probably get this. I've heard people could get this back online again and play it. So I know I played it on my PC, on my laptop, back in about 10 years ago. It was Phantasy Star Online Blue Burst, but that was for PC. But yeah, the Dreamcast was pretty awesome at the time. Didn't care much for the controllers. I hate to say it. I mean, they were good. The D-pad was kind of, I think that was a step down from like the Sega Saturn D-pads. I really like the Genesis and the Saturn D-pads, but this, I don't know, especially for fighting games, And I wish they would have included 2 analog sticks, but, you know, it is what it is. One L and R button. I wish they had like a pair of them, kind of. Again, it's hindsight's 2020, but, I mean, it was okay. It was serviceable. It did its job. I did like the VMU feature where you could have like a little screen. You can put your memory card in there, and you can kind of play little mini games. And actually, you can pull the memory card out and play it, too. The only thing is, from what I remember, it just ran through batteries like crazy, and but it still saved the game, so you know that was something. And of course, the Rumble Pack, a lot of different peripherals. You had like the microphone peripheral for the game called Seaman. We had the web browser here. I remember my early days of browsing through the television. At that point, I'd already got a computer, so I didn't really need to. But I remember trying that out, and very primitive. Even back then, it was neat to do. But the best reason to go online with your Dreamcast is like maybe go to a GameFAQs or a website to download a save file, where you can play that and play. Doesn't have to go through a whole game. You could just like download it from a website. Also memory cards, you got third-party stuff going on here, so that's a little memory card thing. And I never got into the fishing stuff. I'd like to. I heard that was pretty fun, so I picked up a fishing controller, so I'm going to try that out at some point on this channel. Again, a lot of cool games for it. Space Channel 5, let's see, Soul Fighter. I've never played that one. There's a lot of Dreamcast games I've never even heard of it, and Soul Fighter is like one of them, and there's just so many that I'd like to explore and play on this channel and check it out. So, yeah, Rippin' Riders. Heard that was pretty pretty good game. Royal Rumble. Now, I remember playing WWF Royal Rumble. That was an awesome game. I liked it a lot, too. Choo Choo Rocket. That's another one. I think that one was also an online game at some point. But that was a pretty cool game. But again, so many good memories with the Sega Dreamcast. I remember, like I said, picked it up at EB Games at the local mall. And, of course, today is the 20 years. Whew, time does fly when you're playing video games. But happy birthday, Sega Dreamcast, the U.S. release of the Dreamcast. Hopefully I get some more gameplay footage going on this channel, getting ready for the fall. I would also like to get the EMU. I've got a Dreamcast that doesn't work, that the GD-ROM is kind of kaput on it. So I'd like my Saturn video where I installed the RIA and SD card alternative. I'd like to get one, the GD-EMU, installed on the broken Saturn, so you can have an SD card alternative, because you know the GD-ROMs, the moving parts on a CD-ROM system, anything like that, they're going to go, you know, I mean, electronics aren't going to last forever, but the CD-ROM motors and stuff tend to go first a lot. So I do want to kind of replace that with a solid state type of storage solution. So anyway, happy birthday, Sega Dreamcast, and hopefully here's to 20 more years of fun and gaming. And there's still games, as far as I know, still being made today for it. Not officially, but check them out if you love Dreamcast and Sega. And happy birthday, Sega Dreamcast.